If you've ever set your alarm for 5 a.m. with fire in your heart, only to hit snooze and wake up hours later with guilt sitting heavy on your chest, this is for you. Because the truth is, you don't have a discipline problem. You have a direction problem. You want to change. You try to change. But every morning, the same habit wins. And slowly, silently, you start believing a dangerous lie. Maybe I'm just not that kind of person. But what if I told you your entire life can shift before the sun even rises? In a small industrial town where machines never slept and dreams often did, there lived a man whose life looked like a dead end. He worked nights, slept through days, and lived in a loop that felt impossible to escape. Every evening he showed up. Every morning he walked home exhausted. Not lazy, not careless, just stuck. And that's the worst kind of place to be, when you're working hard but going nowhere. He would pass by windows where life was happening, families laughing, children preparing for school, people stepping into better futures. And deep inside, a question kept burning. Why not me? He tried, applied for better jobs, looked for opportunities, but rejection became routine, and slowly hope began to fade. Until one moment changed everything. Standing outside a hospital at 5 a.m., cold air, silent streets, a sky just beginning to wake up. And in that stillness, he made a decision. Not loud, not dramatic, but powerful. No more. That moment, that quiet decision, was the turning point. Because change doesn't start with motivation. It starts with a decision you refuse to break. The next day, something simple happened. He met someone who saw what he couldn't, and that person gave him a truth that most people ignore. The first 2 hours of your morning can rebuild your entire life. Not someday, not when things get easier, right now. But it came with a cost: discipline, consistency, and doing what most people won't, especially when it's hard. So he tried. The alarm rang at 5 a.m. His body resisted. His mind begged. Every excuse showed up. But this time, he didn't negotiate. He stood up. And that one action became the beginning of everything. The first week? Painful. The second week? Uncomfortable. But by the third, something shifted. Not just in his routine, but in his identity. He was no longer someone trying to change. He was someone who showed up, and that changes everything. Every morning while the world slept, he built. He learned skills. He trained his mind. He strengthened his body. No applause, no validation, just quiet progress. And that's where real transformation happens, in silence. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. And one day, the opportunity came. Not by luck, not by magic, but as a result of who he had become. A new role, a new income, a new life. But more importantly, a new identity. Because success didn't happen to him. He built it, hour by hour, morning by morning. And here's the truth you need to hear. Your life is not waiting on luck. It's waiting on your mornings. While you're hitting snooze, someone else is building the life you want. While you're delaying, someone else is deciding their future. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is not talent, it's not resources, it's not even hard work. It's what you do when no one is watching, especially between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. That time, it's quiet. No distractions, no noise, no interruptions. Just you and your potential. So here's your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week. Tonight. Set your alarm for 5 a.m. Not 5:10, not just one more minute. 5 a.m. Stand up when it rings and start. Even if it's messy, even if it's hard,
even if you don't feel ready. Because you don't need to feel ready, you just need to begin. Commit to 90 days, 90 mornings, no excuses, no negotiation. And I promise you, you won't just change your routine, you'll change who you are. Because success is not one big moment. It's a daily decision, a quiet discipline, a promise you keep, especially when it's hard. So tomorrow morning, when that alarm rings, remember this. Your future self is on the other side of that decision. Don't make them wait. Wake up and build the life you've been dreaming about.